Alright folks, here we go again. Video number 2. I'm going to sound better. Hopefully it's going to just be better because it's only freaky the first time. So hey, I'm over it. Tell you what, I got this chicken from Aldi. Look at this. You know, Australia, they do the date before they do the month. Then they do the year. So it's 21/7. It's like, I guess, when this stuff used by. It's not really used by. You got to get it out the store by the 21st. It's good till probably the 28th. They just got to sell it by then. But you know, you'll be good another week after the 21st to 28th. A lot of people don't know this. This is a sell by date, really, not used by. Anyway, as you can see, the kilo, $3.49 a kilo, but a kilo is 2.2 pounds. So that's serious. It cost me $6, so basically less than $3 a pound. I don't know, I'm not doing quick math in my head, so like $2.70, something like that a pound, I guess. So anyway, I'm gonna open this thing up. We're gonna get started and everything. I'm gonna give a shout out to my brother and his wife in New Orleans, Arthur Mitchell. Man, you guys gave me a compliment. I only made one video, but look, my head got so big, I bumped my head up against the door when I was walking in. Don't be doing that, man. Anyway, we're gonna hook this chicken up. And I learned how to stitch this thing together, so what it does, it makes an individual video. Every time when I hit stop, it's going to start a new video, but I can glue them all together. So, anyway, today we're gonna roast the chicken. The thing is, when I bought this rotisserie, first thing I was going to do, I was going to cook some ribs in the chicken, because I hadn't roasted a chicken in a while. And the thing is, I was buying those ribs. And I looked next to those ribs, and they had a pork belly sitting over, thinking, wow, there's a whole lot more meat on this pork belly than on these bones. So, hey, I bought the pork belly. That's why I did the pork belly. I was going to do ribs. But I'll do ribs on another day. But, hey, let's hook this chicken up. Okay, folks, we're talking about cooking, but the one thing about cooking is like you're cooking food, so we want to understand food a little bit. You see these little red impressions on this chicken? You know, it's been sitting on the tampon. Here it is. This little thing right here. I'm not trying to offend anybody, all right? So, hey, we don't want to go to a bad place. So nobody talking, oh, you call this thing a tampon. That's what it is. You know, so I'm sorry. You know, that's what it looked like to me. I don't wear them, but it's like, hey, that's what it is. See that little thing? You get these in the bottom of these food packet things. And it soaks up extra moisture, blood, stuff like this. Anyway, one thing about your food, if you're buying food in the supermarket or something, I got this thing was in the bag. I didn't see that. I'd have bought it anyway. Aldi's got a good reputation with me. They haven't done me wrong yet. But look at this chicken. This chicken is beautiful. Don't have spots and things like that. If you was going to look at somebody, oh, look, they're attractive. You know, I want to know that man, that woman. You know, they got little things growing all out their face and stuff. You're going to say, hey, I don't think so. You don't smell too good. You know, same thing with your food. You know, you don't want to take something home. You want to take something home, don't smell too good, don't look too good. You know, you need a bad, you know. So, hey, this is some good looking, pretty chicken. You don't eat no ugly food. So anyway, just want to share that with you. Look at your food, smell your food, and if it don't look good, it don't taste good, don't take it home. You know, different than, you know, you wouldn't be married to who you married to if they didn't look good and smell good. So hey, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we're about to season this thing next. Wait, I've been talking and talking and talking, and guess what? This thing wasn't rolling. So anyway, one thing I just really want to express. Wash your hands. When you're touching food, you know, if I go and grab some milk or some water out the refrigerator, I wash my hands. I'm not kidding you. I'm not going to touching my refrigerator, handling this stuff with dirty hands. You know, you're touching food. So, you know, just stuff goes in your body. You know, treat your body like a temple. How you going to be the king or be the queen and, you know, you don't eat clean food because your hands dirty when you're cooking? Hey, you know about that. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about that too long, but hey, you know, wash your hands before you prepare food. I'm going to remind everybody on the future videos, before you do anything, wash your hands. Hey, what you looking at? Looking at my chicken business like that? Get out of there. Okay, the reason that I showed you that, because I just need you to know that when you bought a chicken in the olden days, I'm talking like before MTV, You know, they used to have gizzards and chicken necks and chicken heart and all of the innards of a chicken. You don't get that anymore. Just a little empty cavity. So anyway, this, you know, if you want to buy gizzards and stuff, you got to go and buy that separate. They found a way to maximize the money. You see that skewer right there? So when that wing gets to cooking and get all juicy and loose, you're going to be wanting to flap and stuff. It's going to hit something. So hey, I'm just keeping that to hold it together while it's cooking. That's a bamboo skewer in there. So just stab it in there and just make sure it don't just wiggle apart. We're going to turn this thing around. Quit looking in there. I told you, get out of there. Hey, what's wrong with you? I'm going to call the SPCA on you. All right. Anyway, we're about to season this thing. A couple more little shots, and then we're gonna turn this thing on. We're going to be cooking. All right, everybody. I got this thing all seasoned up. Got my skewers where I need to have my skewers. I just need to tell, you know, some of you folks that have been staring over in my chicken private part. Shame on you. I'm going to call the SPCA on you. That ain't right. Anyway, we about to do the thing in a minute. So look, you don't need a rotisserie. All you need is an oven. Everybody got an oven. So the thing is, let me tell you something about when you cook, don't cook hungry. If you're hungry, get you a sandwich. I don't care, a piece of peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Eat some crackers and drink some water. Because if you're hungry when you're cooking, tell you what, you're going to rush the food because you need to eat. So don't be hungry. You need to give it some love. You need to give it some patience. You know, I don't want to get sexual or anything, but this is sexual healing over here. This is a sensual thing. You know, this is one of the most intimate things you can do is to eat some food. So hey, you know, give it the love, give it the time. You know, don't be rushing. Don't be rushing. You want juicy food. So if you get juicy food, if you take your time. If you don't, it'll be dry, and I can't tell you about it. I'm going to talk about that. We ain't going there. So look, you know, love your food going to love you back. So look, we're going to stick this thing in there. We're going to hook it up. Okay, all right. All right, folks. Had a little problem. This thing looked like it wanted to keep drooping and flopping and all kind of stuff. So, you know, see right up in here, they got this little special little tool they give you to lift up and put this thing in there. That don't work for me. I just take the thing by the hands and just deal with it. You know, so anyway, we're going to hook this thing up 170 degrees, 180 degrees Celsius. That's going to be 356 degrees. Oh boy, Fahrenheit. What's going on there? So anyway, 70 minutes. Okay, so here we go. You know, if you think you're having problems, the chicken gonna be flipping, doing all kinds of stuff, you know what, look at that little wing, he's gonna be a problem later. But anyway, I have a vertical roaster. But you know, I need to buy this butcher string. And once I get that, I won't have a problem next time. But anyway, it ought to be all right. So we shall see. All right. See you in about, I don't know, when it's 70 minutes, and let's see where we are. Hey folks, I just want to share this with you. We've been going about 70 minutes. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes more. But you know, is that beautiful? That's a pretty piece of meat right there. Look, you know what? You eat with your eyes. Now let me ask you something. Why would you want to kiss something you don't want to look at? So why would you eat something you don't want to look at? You know, this is part of the whole experience. You know, it's beautiful. You know, it's delicious. Make you want to just, oh, that's so pretty, I want to eat that. So hey, you know, but you eat with your eyes. All right, folks, 2 minutes ago I said I was going to let it go for 10 more minutes. But one side is browner than the other side, that back side. So look, I'm going to do a little fan force action here when it gets to the breast side. And just let it sit there for a minute. You know, and just kind of let that brown. 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay, now that's on the fan force, sitting on the breast side. We're going to let it sit right there, and we're going to work it right there. Folks, it's brown enough on the top, so I'm going to turn this thing off. I'm just going to let it rest right where it sits. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. Let me tell you something about the reason you want your food to rest. You know, all of those oils are real hot and everything. You're going to try to cut that thing too quick. All of that juice going to run all out. You've seen it before. So let it cool down. You know, and all of those juices are going to soak back up into the meat. It's going to get real juicy. You know, and even the breast is going to be nice and juicy for you. Tell you something about poultry, white meat and dark meat. Some people might not know this, but white meat has no veins. There's no veins in the breast. So the breast and the wings, yeah, you got a couple little veins in there, but that's considered white meat, the breast and the wing. But the wing is my favorite piece, actually. I like the thigh. Tell you what, the thigh and the leg have veins in it. That's dark meat. It got a little bit more fat in there. It got a little bit more flavor. But that's the difference in white meat and dark meat. Okay, so there you go. All right, now I'm about to chop this thing up. I can't believe this. It's been like 25 minutes. Still got a little steam coming off that thing. So hey, this is all good. It's rested. The juice is sucked back in. I have it breast side down just like I did. I wanted any juices to flow down into the breast. Got a little oil in the bottom of the pan. That's okay. I'm going to flip it over. Then we're going to start chopping this thing up. All right. I'm just showing you what we got. I'm going to take these bamboo skewers out. Then I'm going to get a scissor. I'm going to cut right up the breast. So be right back. Man, oh man, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. But anyway, what I did is I took my scissors and I just cut the breast. And the reason that I use a scissor, you can use a knife and a fork, but then the extra pressure, you might deform it a little bit. And the scissors are made for that. These food scissors, you can get them for like $10 or less. And they're really very let me find this thing, very useful. And you've seen them. You might even have some. But if you don't have some, it's a good investment. You know, 10 bucks, 8 bucks, 5 bucks. Depends on where you get it. You know, but they're really great. They're really strong. And what I'm going to do now is, you see this back right here? That's one of my favorite pieces of the chicken. Actually, you cut the chicken right up the middle. And you got 8 pieces to a chicken, a thigh, a leg, a breast, and a wing. And that's it. And part of the back goes with the thigh and with the breast, and they kind of cut up. But you know what? In my house, we used to get like about 50 pieces of chicken out of one chicken. But what happened is, I like the back. So see right up in here, I'm going to cut the back out. And that's going to be 2 pieces. And see this little piece right here? My mother says that's my favorite part right there. That's the last piece that goes over the fence. You got a little meat in there, a little fat in there. It's got real taste. Remember, fat is flavor. So we're going to turn this thing over. We're going to start chopping it up. Okay, everyone, it's easiest for me just, I'll say chop this thing up. Actually, I didn't use my knife. All I did, I took the scissors and I actually just cut this. And it was easy to cut. You know, cut through little soft bones and everything. It's so tender and juicy. And you know, we've got 2 legs, 2 thighs, 2 breasts, 2 wings. So there's 8 pieces in a piece of chicken. But I got 13 pieces out of this. You know, I cut the back in 2 or 3 pieces. And I got a little piece of the breast, a piece of the wing. But you look at right here at the bottom left, I got a leg and a thigh. That's a quarter of a chicken. So that's 2 pieces. The next leg and the thigh, that's 4 pieces right there. And then I chopped the breasts up. And at the top right over here, I got a wing and a breast. So that's 2 more pieces. But anyway, trust me, you can freeze it if you want. Kind of, that's 13 little pieces. And I cut the back up in a couple of 3 pieces. You know, so anyway, I want to put these things in food saver bags. I haven't tasted anything yet. Just when I kind of had to touch it a little bit, lick my finger, then I had to wash my hands. But anyway, folks, this is a rotisserie chicken, and simple. You don't need a rotisserie. Stick it in a regular oven. Cook it at 170, 350 degrees for like 70 minutes, and you're good to go. So anyway, season it like you want. You can even do just a little salt, a little pepper, anything, whatever you like your food. You know, and it'd be good. So I'm going to put these things in food saver bags and hit you back, and I'm going to just put this little bit last piece on there and show you how I want to store this stuff. Okay, now this is how we do it. We finishing it off with the sucking the air out food saver bag. There we go. Getting ready to store this thing now. Okay, stop. Seal it up. All right now. One more to go and we good to go. There we go now. All right. That's the second one. The liquid was almost about to suck in there. So I have to catch it. But anyway, you see how juicy that is. You see that liquid going up in there? That's how juicy that chicken is. So anyway, we suck the air out. We're going to freeze that thing. And I'm not going to eat it all up when I take a couple pieces out. What I'll do is I'll just take a couple pieces out and I'll reseal the bag again. You know, so being a little bit efficient here. And this is an old table. But I've got a little fold-out teepee tray. So I'm sitting on a little chair, nice and comfortable and everything. It's a little ugly, but hey, it's functioning. So anyway, ain't nobody fronting for nobody. It's all about the food, baby. Hey, I gotta just tell you this. Anyway, it's my end of my second video. And we have just done a rotisserie chicken, packed it up. And hey, you know what? I kept a couple pieces out. Let me share this with you. See all of that good old stuff up in here. I'm going to save all of that little juice and those little bits. And you know what? I'm going to put it in a baggie. I'm going to freeze that too. And then when I make my roux, I'm going to have chicken stock. Look at all of that. You see all that? And look at that. That's some good stuff right there. You don't throw that away. That's flavor. I'll tell you what. See these little pieces of the chicken right here? That's not going to be saved. The brother going to hook that up in a minute. I'm going to get me a little plate, put these little pieces in there, and then I'm going to look at all this juice. All of that good juice. You can't throw that away. That's going to be part, when the next time I make a roux, I need some chicken stock. This is my stock. So that's how you do your beef stock and all that. You don't throw that stuff away. Save it. You make your roux, and then you got natural stuff. This stuff been cooking for 80 minutes. Don't throw that away. But anyway, that's all I got to say for now. The last thing I want to tell you, this is the king. And as you know, it's good to be the king, baby.